Oh, what a concept. Who would have ever thought that an air fryer could kill people? Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and mutants of all ages, welcome back to another live stream from Behind the Fiends. Today I am joined by Mr. Matthew Mark Hunter, the mastermind behind this diabolical flick, The Air Fryer Slaughter. How are you doing today, sir? I actually can't hear you, sir. Can you check your mic?
Yes, no?
Yep, there you are.
I'm good. How are you today?
Oh, not too bad, not too bad. So we were going to be joined by Matt Skinner, but unfortunately, some circumstances came up that he's not going to be able to make it. So we won't be able to talk to the air fryer, but we got the director right here with us. First question: what got this idea for a killer air fryer started?
In the past, I've made a bunch of other films with things coming to life. I've done washing machines, ellipticals, toasters, an endless supply of items that come to life through MMH Productions. And then Matt Skinner one day posted about if anyone made an air fryer horror film. He wants to be like the voice of the air fryer, like get an air fryer tattoo, and I help promote the film. He posted that, and then about 20 minutes later, I had a teaser poster made, and then a week later, we started filming. So this is all right away to it.
So it's just been a whole just spur of the moment, let's rock kind of thing.
Yeah, we've been filming the last 4 weeks so far, so it's been a lot of work.
Yeah. People don't realize it's almost harder for the indie film side of the house than it is for the big budget studio side of the house because one, you're working with a limited resources, budget, so on and so forth. And you got to make something out of nothing, essentially, where you can just walk into the board of directors at, like, say, Warner Brothers, say, hey, I need an extra $1 million so I can make this thing over here do a thing. You can't really do that with what you're doing.
No, we were filming before we even got the funds from Indiegogo, so at the time everything was just coming out of my own pocket. Um, and then once Indiegogo ended, it just all came back to me. So I just tried to make sure I didn't go over what we made and spend that kind of a range.
Gotcha. So when I first seen this movie or saw the idea for it on Matt's page, Matt Skinner, it instantly made me think back to one of my favorite movies that I watched back in 2022, uh, Killer Sofa, if you've not seen that. So I was like, at first I was like, man, an air fryer that kills people. I like the idea. I think it's going to be badass. And then I was like, but you know what? One of my favorite horror movies of the last probably decade was a killer recliner that was a Dybbuk box for an evil spirit. So, hey, anything can be made into a horror icon. You know,
Oh yeah, yeah. And we actually have the air fryer next to me too, also. So in a sense, we can say Matt Skinner's next to me also. But
It's kind of his baby, huh?
yeah, I got four of them at the house now.
That's right, because you're actually giving away three of them, correct? Or two of them on the
Yeah,
Indiegogo.
three of them are going. Like the first one's just regular. Second one's when he just has the eyeballs. Third is him and with the monster teeth, with some blood on it. And then Matt Skinner's getting the main one.
Gotcha. So here, for those out there that don't know much about Matthew Mark Hunter, what got you started in film?
Back in seventh grade, our teacher wanted us to like write a script for the class. We got bonus points if we actually filmed it, and I was the only one in the class that actually filmed it. And I made like a Puppet Master fan film with like the old '80s, the old '90s figures they had. And when I made it, everyone thought that I made those because no one in seventh grade knew about Puppet Master at all, or thought or knew what it was. And then before that, I've been watching horror films since I was like 4 and 5 and stuff, going to school, talking about like Freddy vs. Jason, how everyone dies at a young age. Only one in the class watching this kind of stuff. But ever since then, it's been all about horror. And then after seventh grade, I went to Cuyahoga Valley Career Center during high school for my junior and senior year, and they basically taught me everything I needed to know in a sense. Um, and then during all that, I was doing horror films left and right. We have over 220 horror films created since 2017 when we full on started NMH. It's just been a fun ride since then.
Did you just say 220?
Yeah, we have over 220 shorts and some features.
Holy shit. You've been a busy, busy boy, sir.
So back in during high school, um, like the junior year, summer, and senior year, every like weekend in the summer, me and my friends would get together and film a movie every weekend. And we do that all the time. And so, like one time we did like 5 short films in one weekend. Um, they're not like the greatest quality stuff, but I still enjoy them. It's just a fun thing to do here and there.
That's all that matters, right? You had fun making them.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter if, I mean, you know, but still over 220. Man, that's like what was that director's name that made Q the Serpent movie? Anyway, I mean, you look at his IMDb and it's just movie after movie after movie after movie after movie. And of course, this film you all got quite simply the godfather of indie horror in this film, Lloyd Kaufman. I mean, he's pretty much the same way. He got an idea in his head. He's like, I don't have the money to do it, but screw it, let's do it anyway.
Yeah,
That
exactly.
was kind of that's his philosophy, and that's what Trauma was built off of. And you're kind of following the Trauma formula of how to do things.
Oh yeah. And then it's like the third time I say like Hoffman's been in any next film. And we have him for like a few other projects lined up in the future. And then we also have a few of the films on Trauma now. So it's just one big circle looping.
So speaking of Lloyd, how did you end up coming into contact with him? He just happened to see one of your films or something one time, and you all just started kind of collaborating or talking.
Um, I reached out to a couple different indie filmmakers who had him involved in their films, and every time I reached out to one of them, I got like someone else's email who like wouldn't reply back. I tried other emails, IMDb links, never got feedback back. And then I actually met Lloyd Kaufman at a horror convention one time, and I went up to him. I said, "I've been trying to reach you," and I sent emails for like the last over a year for this other film we were working on. And he said like what emails did you use? He said they were all wrong. So he gave me his actual card with the email number on it. So just reach out to me and we'll get going on that. And then since then, I sent him stuff to record. Our first thing he really did was Nightmares Unleashed, which hasn't come out yet. But then after Air Fire Slaughter, he's got Nightmares Unleashed 2 he's coming back for. The Pool Shark Toy Frenzy, he's the voice of the Pool Shark Toy. And we have some other stuff in the future lineup as well. And it's just been reaching out and seeing if he was interested in doing this stuff since then. But I've always been a fan of Lloyd Kaufman, Chroma, and then Full Moon Pearl band also, which is why I do so much like toys and things coming to life. That's the Full Moon side of me also.
That's the one thing I can say. I've never had the absolute honor of meeting this legend. So I'm a little jelly there. But from what I can gather, as successful as he's been at indie film and basically wrote the blueprint and the instruction manual on how to do these things with very little to no money, he seems like he's a very humble and giving person in an industry where you can deal with a lot of toxic egos and a lot of people who think they're self-righteous, where this guy's like on a pinnacle in terms of horror creators, directors, you name it. I mean, he's right up there with the Carpenters and the Raimis. He doesn't come off like that at all.
Yeah, and then even like at conventions and stuff, he'll sign anything you have for free too. Like you can buy stuff at the table and he'll sign it for free. If you bring stuff in, he just signs it just to sign it. Which is, again is something that's really good as someone who isn't charging people an arm and a leg for an autograph also. Especially when you got someone like him who, of course, doesn't make as much money as like other industry people, and they're charging like $100 plus for the stuff, and they actually already have like money set aside. Like for me, when I like go places and I just sign stuff people buy DVD, I'll just sign it or like anything. Just to, and then like anytime someone like buys something off eBay, I sign it and I give them a bunch of stuff for free and things like that. Um, so he's just a real cool guy that he does all that stuff, and he's very open like doing things. Like one day we had for our one film we had a actor who dropped out last like a week before we were supposed to film because he said his agent wouldn't let him do the one scene we were shooting, which is like chopping off his penis and then shoving it in his throat like he chokes on it. And his agent said it wouldn't look good uh, for his reel or resume to have that on there. So then I basically just said screw it, and then I did the scene myself in his role. So it's just me getting the chopped off into my throat for the whole scene. And I just haven't contacted him since then to do any other horror things because I don't want to deal with. I'm not a big person on like dealing with people who have like the full on agents and stuff like that. It's just so much harder to get things done.
Such a cool person, man. I hope one day I can get him on here, and which I've never reached out. I probably should just say, hey, Mr. Kaufman, big fan. Would you like to come on and
Oh, I'm sure.
chit
Yeah, I'm sure
chat?
yeah, she's done it for other people too. Just comes on there, things and talks, and he'll talk your ear off on stuff, but still a legend talking to you.
I mean, I've seen him on like YouTube with Angry Video Game Nerd, where they were talking about the Toxic Crusader games and different things like that. And that was I mean, as a guy that loves Angry Video Game Nerd, man, I mean, I'm doing like a throwback to the early days of YouTube. That was always one of my favorite episodes because the whole time you see James Rolfe on there who's trying to play this angry nerd, and he's trying his hardest not to break character while Kaufman is just coming off just going off the
Yeah,
rails with all
he's
kinds of
doing whatever.
different.
Yeah.
So the trailer I played, I mean, you said 4 weeks of shooting and you threw that together because when I talked to you all the other day, you were like, no, I don't have a trailer really yet.
No,
And then you just threw that.
I just did that like an hour before this started. A few clips with a song in it. So I just did that really quickly just to have something for this. Our official trailer is probably coming out next month because we already did like 4 scenes and we have like 2 more scenes left to shoot and then the film will be already wrapped.
damn, man, you got a talent just to throw something together in an hour like that, because I thought that was maybe like the actual trailer, just kind
Oh
of
no, that's just a bunch of clips I found that were cool, and I said, I'll just throw them together.
one hell of an editor. Hey guys, anybody out there in big Hollywood need an editor that can work fast and put shit together quick?
Oh, I'm
There's your
down
guy.
for that. Heck yeah, I'm trying to find a job in this career so I can actually just do it full time, anything. Because I've done MMH, I do the writing, directing, editing, production design, camera work, um, and then I do my own making the DVDs, distribution myself, and everything like that. Just I make the DVDs, make the covers, the discs, download them, all export everything, really, just for myself.
Damn, you're like a modern day Kevin Smith almost. Just kind of doing everything except shooting in a convenience store.
Yeah. We shot at
So
Mark's
it's like,
before, a few stores, just without their knowledge, of course, guerrilla style.
so I was reading on your IMDb that you've done work with the Boy Scouts of America as well, and different things. I mean, are you an Eagle Scout yourself, or
Yeah, I'm an Eagle Scout, and I'm still an assistant scoutmaster with the troop I'm in. And then during like summer camps and like outside of scouting, um, I'm a instructor for movie making, photography, theater, and tech. And I'm actually going to become one for like disability awareness and some other stuff. But every like summer, I go out and I teach younger scouts to make movies, and some of those are on YouTube also. And then they've over the years they slowly progressed closer to my style because like last year they actually did like a comedy horror film, and I brought like props, body parts, masks, and some fake blood, and I showed them like the fake blood we had like mouth proof, it's like stain proof, so we could like have fun with it. And the one kid was like, "You just spray blood at me when you do the scene. That's fine." I was like, "If you want, that's fine with me too." So like when we started with like comedy stuff, but of course for that, like if someone wants to just make any film, I'll just teach them the standard. Like I'm not gonna, I don't like influence the horror if they don't want to do it. It's just every year I go out there and I do my own film myself, and they slowly have been watching and like I want to do something like that. But I've done like comedy with other scouts, just like simple stuff like just for like the requirements of like how to use the camera and then editing, very minimal editing, and like how to like direct and things like that. So I've been teaching them since 2018, really. 2017, I've really been doing the filmmaking teaching for the scouts.
man, where were you at when I was in the Boy Scouts? The only thing I got taught was how to cook food by wrapping it in tin foil and throwing it in the middle of a fire, and how to actually start a fire with a stick. I didn't have nobody teaching me how to make movies and shit. Or, hey, walk over there real quick and find me this thing, this rock or pine cone that I set over there, just so I can know that you know how to read a map and a compass.
Yeah, I
Never
mean,
had anybody teach me to make movies. I probably would have stayed in longer. Had of.
yeah, what we went to, I was like, with the 2D leadership they have now, or just going with multiple scouts, we would like go to different locations at the camp, and I'd ask them like, here's what we have where we can go. We can go there and film if you want. We can film whatever, really. And like for this summer coming up, I told them last summer have their like, if we go with other troops, we all combine for one. And I said, have them reach out to me if you want me to bring any specific like costumes and things for like different films for this year, and I'll bring anything out and I'll buy stuff for it. And then like every year myself, I make one or two films out there alone just by myself and have them posted on YouTube when I get back.
That's cool, man. I don't know why. I just had an idea pop in my head. We'll pitch it. See if you like it. It's like Killer Clowns from Outer Space, but it's Killer Boy Scouts from Outer Space.
Yeah, that would be an interesting one, sure.
And next time you do a summer camp, just say, hey guys, you want to do that? Killer Boy Scouts from Outer Space. They show up on your doorstep to sell you that crappy popcorn tin.
Yeah,
No, man, that's cool. I mean, I love the kiddos, and like around here we have like a big time uh like Girl Scouts, just like every street corner it seems like they're slinging them cookies, and of course I'm trying to watch my weight because I look at a cookie and they instantly gain 10 pounds, but I just
Yeah,
find myself buying a box from them. And then I'll come back to my apartment building and I'll just hand it to one of my neighbors, like, here, enjoy. And they're like, where'd this come from? No, don't ask. I just got it from a Girl Scout. So here for you. Because if not, I'll eat the whole thing and then be looking at myself in the mirror, just, constantly, you're a slob, you loser, you ate the whole thing. You're a piece of shit. That kind of deal. So, what was the very first flick you did?
um, outside of MMA, it's Puppets of Darkness, which is like the Puppet Master fan film. And then the first short I did was Apples. We didn't have the MMH logo or anything for that. It was just a Matthew film. Um, and then like we did like a whole series of like the Guerrilla Filmmaker Group. And our first one for that was like Dearest Dolly. But my first feature was in 2017 when I was 17 years old. And that was called Dark Side Stories. And that's when I won my first filmmaking award the same year at 17 for high artistic ability in the film. Um, so then that's really like Apples, I would say, is the first real MMH horror film. But before that, The Puppets of Darkness, like when I was like 13 and very chubby. So then Dark Side Stories is the first feature film.
I remember back in the day we had we didn't I mean, I didn't have the ability to have a camcorder, which at that time, I know I'm dating myself. Yes, I'm 48. Um Not everybody had them back then, but we had tape recorders, and I wish I still had some of those tapes. Cause like me and my late friend Jim, who passed away back in '03, and a couple of others, we all got together and we would do these just crappy, just comedy sketches. And it was just so bad, but just for nostalgia's sake and looking back on my youth, I wish I still had those. I'd probably post them on YouTube just for people to thumbs down it because it was so bad, but it was just a bunch of 8-year-old kids with a tape recorder. Just, we were trying to reenact like SNL sketches with Eddie Murphy and different people like that, and John Belushi. And of course, you need the visuals to actually pull the sketch off. But we're young, stupid kids, so we figure, oh, us just talking's enough. Everybody's got an imagination. So, you know, I kind of look back on that and I really miss that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
And the fact that you're still being able to do this at a high rate, obviously over 200 movies is it's like, where do you find time to do anything else? You know?
it's gotten a lot harder over the years, of course, but it's so much easier back during high school era. Because even then, like high school, when I went to the film career center, and then you have to go back to your regular high school for the other half, I really gave two shits about real school. I just wanted to do filmmaking. So like even after like my senior year, I mean I got like D's and stuff. I wasn't really like I didn't care to be a straight student anymore. There's no point. It was just high school too. So I get like a B's and I got like an A or two for like all the film stuff. But my B's and C's and stuff because I'm still gonna graduate. That doesn't really, the grades don't determine intelligence. They like determine obedience. So I never cared for any of that crap. And then like I was just filming all the time. It's also like I don't want to just study for like tests and stuff where it's gonna do nothing for me. I'd rather put my time into making the films and doing stuff outside of school than worrying about high school and crap. I never cared. And then when I went to college for film, It was probably the worst 4 years of my life because I really didn't learn nothing the first 2 years. But like all my years of college, I probably learned like one new thing. I didn't make connections in college. I didn't even get like a job after with my degree since college. Still haven't gotten one. It was just a waste of money really because the first years of college we're just watching film. We're not even making film. It's a joke. I'm more of a hands-on type of guy. So even during college, we'd make like one film a semester, and then me, I'm making like 30 a semester or that more. It's just to me, you don't need to go to school for college. I mean, you don't got to go to college for film. You really don't need to go to school for like college and film unless you want to do like full-on movie, like big budget style stuff you really want to. But doing stuff like me, it's so much easier just to do at your own level and not worry about that crap.
Your school career sounds a lot like mine in a lot of ways. I was a big time art nerd. I loved drawing and writing short stories. So if I went to creative writing class, I'd pay attention the whole time. If I went to art class, paid attention the whole time. And history, I loved history.
Yeah, history is my
But if you
favorite
got
subject.
me in, but if you got me into math and science and typewriting class or any of that other stuff, it was just snooze fest. I didn't care. Sometimes I would skip school and then come back and try to play it off like I'd been there the whole day, that kind of deal.
Yeah, I
And
mean, yeah,
I regret it because I know I could have did better, but I didn't, and it's in the past and I can't go back and change it, so it is what it is. It's still embarrassing, especially like a few years back, I went to art school out in San Francisco, went online, Academy of Art University, give them a shout out. And they said, "We need your high school transcripts." I was like, "You sure? You really want those? Can I just give you my army transcript and maybe my college transcript from trade school?" "No, we need your high school." And I was like, "Oh shit, this is gonna suck." Because it was like a 2.1 grade point average. I'm like, how in the hell I even graduate?
yeah, I got like a 3.0 or 3.2, but then you got like me who got like B and C's in high school going to college, and the same kid who's going to the same college as me got straight A's. So to me, it was like I'm glad I did all the filming outside of school, really, because like math in college, I'm thinking this is so stupid to do because I'm never going to use this. This is what I'm doing. I know my multiplication, division, subtraction, and like that stuff. That's all I need to know. I don't need all this other baloney stuff that they're teaching that I'm never going to use for meetings.
Yeah. For my parents, if I come home with a, a report card full of C's and D's, it was like I made the principal's list.
Now, I
They're
try
like,
to
oh,
avoid the D's and F's, but
like, holy shit, he's learning. There is hope. No, it wasn't pretty. Sorry, Pop. I, I, I didn't try my best. So once you're done with air fryer slaughter, is there a little project that you've got coming up after this one?
while we're doing air fryer slaughter, I'm in post production for like my big project film, Nightmares Unleashed. And then after that, we're going to be shooting part two of Nightmares Unleashed. And we're going to be uploading Killer Creek 2 to YouTube and working on Killer Creek 3 also finally this summer. And then after this year of those three projects are done, I plan to do only one horror thing and more focused on my kids show content in 2025 really. Um, but the way we're ending Air Fry Slaughter, it's going to be a cool little thing if we do a sequel for it too.
Shit, you got a you got a full slate. Sounds like. So I pulled up your Indiegogo, and I wanted to share that with the fine folks that are either into watching the live stream now or we'll watch it later. And let's see if I can share the screen here. And there we go. That is his Indiegogo for the flick. And as you can tell, there's most of the fine actors and actresses over there, some of which I have had the absolute honor and privilege to meet. Some I have not, and hope to at some point in time. You've done fairly well. I mean,
Yeah, it was the first Indiegogo that really blew up as much as it did too. But I gotta thank Matt
so this was
for that part.
so this is your first ever crowdfund, and you've already because most films, I mean, even established indie filmmakers that I've met, they got to do two or three of these things to even get their budget.
Yeah, the last one we did, we only raised 600, and then one before that we raised like 1,500 for the budget. So because of Matt Skinner, we really blew up on this one, which is really thankful for that. But in the past, we've hit our goals like on Kickstarter, but then I also want to just like get the money, so I make it like $100 or so, like $200, like on Kickstarter. Because if you don't reach your funds on Kickstarter, you don't get anything. So I'd make it lower on Kickstarter and just hopefully get like that low amount, which we did, and then it just kept going higher for other stuff too. But I try to keep it lower than what we actually need. So like this one, we wanted 1,500 for the film. So I just like keeping stuff lower price wise. Even the perks, I try to make the perks super cheap. Like $75 for people to do remote roles, and they all sold out really quickly. Or it's like $30 for your voice to be in the film and things like that. So I try to make my stuff the lowest of the low, so more people can get involved.
See, I like this right here. Showing you're actually showing the things that's going on behind the scenes, like with practical effects and nothing against computer CGI or anything like that. But for me, the mark of a great horror movie is the fact that you have people that know how to make practical effects,
Oh yeah,
something tangible.
our makeup effects artist Ron George for Airflower, who's done a bunch of my other projects. He's one of the best for this kind of stuff. And again, I'm not a big CGI nut myself. I've done it like once or twice. If I like pull up like uh, green screen ghost thing on YouTube, and I just remove the green and put in a random film for fun. But like the real stuff, I try to keep it all practical. If I can, like all the blood and stuff, I don't want to do like the fake blood splatter on the screen. We did it once as like a funny joke gag, but overall, if I can't do it still practical, I probably will avoid it at all costs.
Yeah, I feel like everybody goes way too heavy with it. Yeah, and there's all his flicks. If you look right back here on this video, this demo reel, was this like 30-minute demo reel for every one of these movies that you made?
It's actually a 3 minute reel, and it's like 30 of the films. I couldn't put all 200 in the demo reel. It would be like a long thing. So it's really just, like some of the coolest stuff is just like the best gore and kills these days.
There's Mr. Matt Skinner. He went out and got a guar tattoo today, and I guess he's dealing with some personal issues that are going on. He's my Canadian friend, our Canadian friend from up in what is it, Ottawa? That he's
Yeah,
from.
yeah.
And you got Miss Jessa Flux, Angel Nicole Bradford, who has been in quite a few indie films. Miss Claire Bacon, also known as Slutty the Clown. She was just in the chat. Another practical effect shot.
Yeah,
I
that
just
one.
love seeing how the magic of that's always done.
Yeah, there's just a tube behind his neck we blow into for the blood spurting out. And then that's the other film that we really did with the VHS transporter, and I edited on a VCR.
So is this one of your films right here, The
That's the one
Lord's
with the,
Ladies?
yeah, that's the one with the picture above with all the practical gore stuff we shot on VHS. Just to show that we've done a lot of stuff on VHS and we know how to make VHS with practical horror. So it's just a way for us to show that we've done this before, but we're just amping it up now.
This is one I've always been intrigued by, the pool toy shark frenzy.
Yeah, for the Indiegogo, I try to do more than like one project. Like people who donate like a thank you credit, they get thank you credits on both films. We had like things with like you an 80 credit on both projects for a lower cost, or you can get them separate if you don't want them both. And then we have like two DVD sets for like both the films. So it's just, I try to do more than like the last one we had like three projects. So it was like $10 and you get your name on three IMDb credited films we did before. So it's just a way to say, hey, we're doing it low and you get extra stuff that you wouldn't get on normal people in the go-go's. So because you've never seen someone do $10 for three thank you credits on three separate films, which we've done before. So it's just a way for us to get more people intrigued in it, and then we get more credits for our little flex too. I like keeping stuff cheap.
And I mean, you got Lloyd Kaufman as the pool toy shark, for God's sake. I mean,
Yeah,
what more do you need to sell this thing? And he's cute too. I mean, come on. Mel Heflin. I don't think I've ever had the chance of meeting her. I mean, I know of a lot of the indie films that she's been, especially like Helvira. She did that one, and I'm friends with Yvette Holder, so I've heard of her, but never had a chance of meeting her. And then you've got Morgan Milam, S- Heather Harlow, who has definitely been in a lot of the indie fair.
yeah, we got a lot of cool people involved in this one, so it's exciting to start getting the last few things done. So I think the next shoot I'm doing is with Heather too, so we're doing her scene actually next this evening.
And that's what makes it awesome is if you have a cast and crew full of just cool people that you get along with, you vibe with, then it's never work. Never work. It's always fun.
Yeah, when we did like the big scene, I had about six actors, all from the area, and all six of them have been in my past projects. So it's just I try to bring in people who are interested in coming back, and a lot of them know each other, so it's just a lot more relaxed film set too. And like for the big shoot, it was just me and a makeup artist as the main two crew, and then the actors that he had when they weren't acting, they actually were doing crew positions at the same time. So this one actor is doing the lights when he's not acting, and vice versa with everyone. So it was a lot easier to get um, less people, so it's not like a large group of crew and actors. It's like just the eight of us, and we're doing the jobs and acting at the same time.
So we're going to go through a bit of your perks here. So for secret post videos and photos, it's $3 US. You get to egg the director for
And
$5.
and John is doing it too.
Get a special thanks credit for $10. And that's on both films, not just one. You can get a Cowboy Jim cameo video for $10 US.
It's a good sale price, 99% off.
Yeah, was 1,000. Cowboy Jim. That's cool. You get a DVD lot. That's 10 DVDs of 10
Anything for my
different
collection.
movies, right?
Yeah. And we did it for a VHS lot too, where you get 10 VHS tapes for my collection, randomly picked and sent to you, just so we can get more um, funding.
And you sign each one of these, I take it, correct?
Those are actual DVDs too, not even mine. Those are like real films from like my collection I'm sending, giving away.
Oh, shoot. Then you got a DVD and thanks for air fryer slaughter for 20 US dollars. You get the air fryer toy. No, that's not the actual air fryer
No, we
itself.
actually have
That's
an actual figure being made. It's in the final process right now. I'll have pictures
oh,
of
so
what it looks like. Yeah, we
kind of
got
like
little,
the pool toy shark, where you had little.
yeah, and a little. It's like a little air fryer toy, and it has like little red glowing eyes, and it's like especially for like your like action figures to hold and stuff like that type of thing.
I might have to buy one of those. I like little things like that. I have a whole shelf over here. I mean, if I could turn the camera where see, it's just stuff that probably most people wouldn't find valuable, but I do. So
And
that's all that matters,
that's
right?
second toy too for the company.
I have over there in the corner a whole post office box, cardboard box full of old VHS movies and no VCR. Doesn't that make a lot of sense? No VCR, but I have a shitload of VHS movies.
I have 5 VCRs and I'm dumping 4 of them right now. 'Cause I
I
collect
need to find
VCRs.
I need to get me one so I can at least watch these things before they deteriorate. Then you got your VHS lot of 10, which is also from your personal collection, I take it.
Yep,
Green worn flannel. And as you can tell, I'm a guy that is a connoisseur of flannel for 20 US dollars. Screen wore eagle shirt. Nothing screams redneck like a
yeah,
eagle shirt or a
oh,
wolf shirt. Find them all the time in your Walmarts. I've
yeah.
seen them. Then you got the air fryer t-shirt for 25 US dollars. I like that. Another screen worn flannel that'll be worn by Angel Bradford, I'm sure.
Angel Reed.
Oh, so that's
That's a different angel. I have 2 of them.
then you have the screen used pizza finger slicer. Oh, I bet that sucked.
Oh yeah, we just sold the hatchet too. That was signed by everyone in the team too. So we just sold that one. So if they want the prop signed too, we'll sign it too. It's no biggie either. But we just like to before we just sign it, we try to give them like a real one before that.
Then you got the two DVD and thanks for both Air Fryer Slaughter and Pool Toy Shark Frenzy. Oh, this is one that I like. I really liked, and the fact that it's not sold out yet is a shame for $40. A screen used body part prop from a victim. Nothing can scare the absolute shit out of people that come over to your house, quite like them walking into just a room that you plant this thing in as a practical joke. Say they want to use your bathroom and they just happen to walk in there and on the back of the toilet is a severed arm, you know?
I I, I try to be careful with what the like anatomy parts are because of IMDb. But like that one is like screen nipples that have been torn off. And then we actually have a vagina one too on the Indiegogo. We're giving away too. The screen vagina we've torn off. And we sold an eyeball already, but we still have the vagina for sale. It looks sweet too. But I can't post it on Indiegogo, so I'm not getting flagged for any of that crap. But if they want to shoot before they buy,
Oh,
I'll send them a picture.
the fun I could have with that thing. Not like that, everybody. Not like that. I mean, just leaving it in random places. And people be, oh, what is this? Oh, it's a severed vagina. I know what you all were thinking that I was going to be using it like something else. No, sickos.
It's got some hair on it too.
Oh, you're really selling me on that one, sir. Making it hard to pass up. Then you got the pool shark toy and more.
You'll get the shark toy that Lloyd Kaufman voices. So you actually get the full shark.
just his voice with a bull shark toy just intrigues me.
Yeah, I don't even want him to change much about his voice either. It can just be straight his voice, and I'll be fine with that.
Well, he's got that New Yorker accent, that just a little bit,
Yeah,
but at the same time, he's just so off. Just he's hyper. It's almost like he's drank like 100 Red Bulls every day before he starts his day because he's just like rare, rare, rare. And what is he pushing? Is he like 80 or is he in his mid 70s?
he's mid to higher 70s right now. Yeah,
Yeah, and he's still wide ass open.
and doing a lot of stuff too all the time. That's keeping him young though, that's for sure.
God, I can only hope to be that energetic when I'm that age.
Hope I'm still making movies at that age.
Yeah. Hope to still be alive and to see that age.
Dude, at 600 plus at that age.
If not, I'll just go haunt somebody. That'll be fun too. Get a poster of you.
That's where we're gonna have
We
my
get
visual artist is actually gonna draw you killed by the air fryer for your own personal poster.
and then the horror mystery bundle,
100
which is
bucks.
50% off, 50 US dollars. So what is that going to be, like some movies from your collection, some autographed
It's gonna
stuff?
be some horror VHS, some full moon stuff, MMA production stuff. I believe there's an extra large T-shirt in there. Other indie films like promotional materials also we have thrown in there, so it's just a bunch of stuff.
Feed the cast, which is always important on a movie set. If you want everybody on a movie set to be happy, you have to have good catering.
Yeah, that's
I
what you
have
get.
always heard that.
You get a
That
catering.
if the catering sucks, your cast and crew is going to suck too because they're not going to want to do anything.
Yeah, it's a good way to
So
get a catering credit with that one too.
yeah, so come on, gang, feed the cast. They don't want to just eat sandwiches like pimento cheese and little shitty sandwiches that people give out at their parties and stuff. Green worn dress and shirt for Katie. Oh, DVD poster thanks merch. And that's the air fryer combo pack. Had one of those claimed so far. Then you have now, if any of you all have ever wanted to have your name mentioned on IMDb as an associate producer or a producer of any sort, this is the easiest and cheapest way you can do it. $60, you're an associate producer.
Yeah, we have
You
it.
have bragging rights.
Yeah, we got
You
it
can go
for
around and say,
that's
what's
like
that?
that's the pull shark one. Then there's a single
Hmm.
air fryer one, and then there's actually a cheaper version to get them a combo for both films.
See, I did executive, I think, for your movie, if I remember correctly. That was the perk I bought. But yeah, you want to impress your friends and say, "Yeah, I made a movie once," and just show them your IMDb, $60. Can't get much cheaper.
Yeah,
Most producers, it's tens of thousands of dollars to even have their name mentioned, if not millions. Screen use knife. There you go. The beaver. Code word for something else.
yeah,
Not an actual beaver. Well, it is a never mind.
yeah.
It's a screen used female body part for $70. And whoever buys it, don't be a weirdo with it.
Hmm.
Just put it somewhere to show and tell. And why? And the fact that nobody's even bought it yet,
Yeah,
you don't
that's
have
a
to tell.
for,
You don't.
for that one.
You, you don't have to tell nobody you bought it. Just buy it and put anonymous and just hide it away, or I don't know. Use it on your bookshelf as a bookend or something. It's yours. Do whatever you want with it, except for weird things. Associate producer for the air fryer, $80. Screen worn clothes. Looks like a blonde panties. Nobody's bought that yet. That's weird. I know some of you pervs out there.
Hmm.
Then you got executive producer. Yeah, this is the one I think I got.
No,
It's
not that one.
EP.
Not that one.
No, no.
That's just for the
This is
pool
pool.
truck
This is
only.
pool shark. So pool shark only, $110. That's not bad. But then you have associate producer on both for 125. And four have been claimed on this one so far. That's a good deal, man. Because you think two movies, you could be. I mean, with the amount of cost of not only, as we talked about earlier, feeding the cast and crew, practical effects, the things that you need to make the effects work right on down the line, you could easily charge for both of these $1,000 and it's justified. But the fact that you're doing $125,
And
that
you get
is
and you get
bargain
DVDs
basement.
too. So technically the
Oh
DVD is
yeah.
20, so it's only
Plus
$100 total.
DVD and t-shirt or whatever else. Let's see. Executive producer for Air Fryer. Yeah, okay. This is the one I did. My apologies. For Air Fryer only, that's 125. So let's go back here. Look, you get associate on both of these for 125, where you just get a EP on one film for 125.
Then it can
Now,
go down.
executive producers, one step up from associate, but still two, one, two, one. Just saying. Then you got an executive producer, DVD merch, and thanks for $200.
That's for both
And
films.
that's on, yeah, and that's $100 a film. Plus, you're getting merch and DVDs. And it's on sale right now, 11% off. Was 225 for 200. Now, here's where you can own your own air fryer monster.
That's the version with just
And
regular.
it
The one
comes,
we
yeah,
get beating around.
come. This is just plain old air fryer. I'm taking it first form for 200. Then you get its second form where it's looking a little bit more scary. And that's 300. Then you get it in its third form. It's even more scary for
There you go.
400. And that's its final form. So it's like Dragon Ball Z. It has its own, it's like,
Hmm.
plain Goku, Super Saiyan 1 Goku, and then like Saiyan God Goku kind of thing.
Hmm.
Rest in peace, Akira Toriyama. We just lost him last weekend, uh, creator for Dragon Ball Z. Then you can be the second half of the films, a producer with MMH Productions for $1,000.
That's when you get mostly everything, and your name is on the back of every single DVD you sell. Your name's on the official posters. Your name's in the start of the film with me, everywhere, really. And you get everything really above too. You get the toy, the shirt, everything.
And that's not bad for $1,000. Write a line for an actor. So these are the ones that's already been sold out. So you got to write a line for an actor, your name here, which will be shown and spoke. Just showing you guys on things that you missed out on and you could have had, but you were a little too late. Even me, I was late to the party too. So merch in the movie, your song in the movie. Well, I don't think we'd have to worry about me writing a song. Your lovely voice is heard. Screen used hatchet prop. That would have been cool. And be in the movie. Hey, $75, you could have been in the movie. So it's not a bad deal on all that stuff. Oh, and there he is. The killer air fryer itself. Not only does it kill calories and cholesterol, but it kills you too.
Yeah, and the final form one will have like blood stains on it and everything. Unless they want us to clean it up, or if they want the air fryer signed, we can do that also. It's whatever they really heart's content. If they want it signed or not. The only thing we have like on that is saying if you can't use it for your own movie of an air fryer, that's part of the thing. But it also we're getting the film copyrighted at the same time right now. So the film will be copyrighted by myself. Um, so that just helps all the legal issues with the air fryer sorted. That I'm going to own all the rights to it now.
Yeah, and that copyright, believe me, I know that probably cost as much as some of the stuff you're having to use for the movie. I
Yeah, I
mean,
mean it's going to be my second film only I copyrighted, just because I know how big it might become, like the other film I copyrighted. So it's just a big safety thing for me.
yeah, I copyrighted Fiendish Fantasy Productions, and then I did a secondary copyright on Behind the Fiends, and it was a little pricey. Little pricey. Only because I heard horror stories on people that had YouTube channels and somebody would do the similar name, and then all of a sudden you get a cease and desist for copyright infringement, and I didn't want to lose everything I had.
Yeah.
So, is there anything else you want to sling before we end this thing?
Just check out the Indiegogo. Check out the YouTube MMA production. You can see a bunch of our older stuff. We have some of our real films on Chroma now. If you have that, you can just type my name, Matthew McHunter, and Chroma. You'll find some of our bigger stuff that's not on YouTube. You can reach out to me on Facebook, Instagram. I have some of the movies we have on DVD, like on eBay you can order. You just ask them for the link and I'll send you what we have. All the movies come signed with extra little bits of merch and things just for fun. Um, and then we also are doing more kid show content on my other channel. I just reach out and I'll send you everything we got.
Well, as I said before, to anybody out there that wants to invest in movies or just wants to get into films in general, a lot of these indie horror movies with these, producer perks and different things like that, or just paying your way into act in it. That's it's the easiest way to do it. And then if you're opening the door to to a whole new world of different things that you can network and become part of. And this is definitely a great way of doing that. And you have an experienced, filmmaker here who has a catalog, which just blows me away, of over 200 films. And he's not just he's not just a filmmaker, director, writer. He's done editing. He's done his own practical effects. So, hey, invest in this thing because I could I can see you going places, young man. I mean, I really can because
It,
you've got the work ethic, the drive, and the want, and that's three of the most important ingredients to this thing. I've never made a movie. I've never attempted it. I've thought of things in my head, but I've been too scared to try. And I applaud you for you know doing what you've done just on a whim. Hey, never seen this. Go grab the camera real quick. Let's make it.
yeah.
You know,
We,
that's just an amazing talent to me.
yeah, we've had a lot of people in our local area do their first films with our company, and then they branch out and do their own thing. Like just like how Troma does it, some people also back in the day, they've done it also. And then for like MMH, if anyone in the area or near the area, we do welcome everyone to be in a movie. If you're local, you can just join the set of a film. We're not gonna like have you pay weekly dollars to be in the film. You just come on set if you're nearby. A big thing for us also is working with kids. Like we've had the youngest actor is like 4 years old, and so we have a lot of kids on set. Just giving them their first opportunity. We've had people with mental disabilities and physical disabilities in the film. We've written roles for them so they have their part. We had someone who couldn't fully walk right, and we made him like a crawling zombie instead. We have people in wheelchairs doing the project. So we allow anyone for any form to be in the film. You know, we'll write them in the film. Like I've done that before. I've written a role specifically for this person. Then they can say, "Hey, I was in my first film." So we do that a lot also with the company.
You're a damn good dude, bro. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. That's
I'm not. That's what
I
always
I
good.
applaud that because my my hetero life mate, as I call him, Luke, who is basically the guy that helped me, get over the edge to create what I have here on YouTube, and he's been part of it. His daughter, she has cerebral palsy, and to watch her every day, which I don't get to see it other than through videos and stuff, but to hear him talk or to see the little videos they post and different things of her every day just getting stronger and stronger and stronger and being happier, 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 that means the world to me. Because I have a soft spot for kids. I really do. And
Yeah, I do too. And I've always been like even throughout high school and middle school, I would like help out at like light up not at the program at the school that was like for the um, mental and physical disability students. So I would help them teach them and things. And I also helped at Light of Heart Villa, which was the mentally and physically disabled senior citizens. I volunteered my time there too. So I've worked with them for years, and then I even got some involved in the project. Um, Overall, just other folks who wanted to be in film, and it's just a fun way for them to say, "Hey, I was in a film," and because I've worked with them for so long, I know how you have to adjust as a director on set. While, like, for example, like we've had kids on set, and like their parents set me aside and tell me like, "Man, this other director we were with was like a dick to the kids." While me, we even taken like a break before, and we'll play like tag and hide and seek and stuff during set, just for like a little break for them. And because I'm a kid at heart too, I can get along with them better. And it's so much easier for me to like work with kids than more adults. Say, I just prefer it. But overall, anyone, you just got to be able as a director to adjust how you direct to fit everyone's motive better. Also, which is what I try to do is work here and like starting out. You know, we had terrible time management. But we've gotten better course over the years since I was like a teenager. Um, but overall, yeah, if anyone wants to be in a film in the area, you like let us know like what you have, what you're like you can and can't do, and we'll work it in somehow.
applaud you, brother. Really do applaud you. The fact that, yeah, like I said, there's good blessings down the road for you, my friend. There really, really is.
Like,
Ain't many like you in the world, and believe me, if
oh
we
god,
had more
there's
like you
not.
in the world, this would be a better place.
Yeah, there's
Really,
not.
really would.
That's what we do with the kids show too. A lot. I got that from like Mr. Rogers and Sesame Street style, so I do a lot of that also. Like kid stuff, we just like learning, engaging, and teaching stuff. Like we talked about dealing with the death of a family member, dealing with divorce, all types of things like that too. And we do it at like a child level for them to understand it better with like puppets and stuff.
Man of many talents with a big old heart. Well, sir, it has been a true honor and privilege to meet you and to get to know you. I know we've only met in passing through Facebook and the internet and had few words here and there. Uh, I've known Matt Skinner, jeez, him and Charlie, I think now 4 years going on. No, almost 4 years. uh, Just about. And I love Charlie, man. Charlie's my dude.
Oh yeah, this is gonna be Charlie's first real voice role too in the film. Matt Skinner got him to do a voice role, so man, I'm just working with Matt on like which role would be best for what he can do. Also, what we're working with now, and how to adjust lines for him, so he actually get his first voice in the role in the film.
And everybody that sees Matt Skinner, they're probably like, "Oh, he's covered in tattoos and he looks like he'll eat your soul." But I'm gonna go ahead and tell you right now,
He's
if
nice,
you wanted to give out the award for Father of the Century, Matt Skinner would be it
and
because
indie supporter of the year too, every year.
that dude, that Charlie is his everything, as it should be. It's his son, but as a father myself, he makes me envious. It's like, dude, he makes makes me want to look in the mirror and be like, God, you failed as a dad. You nowhere as good as this guy is. I mean, but no, Matt Skinner is just salt of the earth. I mean, he is. Don't let the outer shell fool you. He's just the biggest teddy bear I've ever met, man, and such a good guy.
Yeah, he's good. Good people.
Well, everybody, if you want to give to this project, I will have the link to his Indiegogo in the description of this video. And don't worry, if you missed the live stream, you can go back and watch it. It'll still be up on YouTube for as long as I have this channel. And Mr. MMH, I want to thank you for, giving me the time today to spend with you and to get to know you and about your background in film and this project and other projects that you got going on. I really do appreciate it because that's the one of the most precious things we have is our time. And, that means the world to me that you gave it to me today. And I hope that this live stream, once it's over, somehow, will bring in more people to come over and donate to this awesome film or films that you've got going on right now. And more money means better the movie.
Yeah. Thank you again for having me. Good time.
Oh, no problem, my friend. Well, gang, that's going to do it for this episode or live stream from Behind the Fiends. As always, I want to say thank you, love you. Thank you for the support. And we will see you again down the road. Later.